Mick Jagger has collected countless unforgettable memories during more than 6 decades in rock music. As the iconic frontman of the Rolling Stones, the 82-year-old singer has crossed paths with many of the greatest artists in history. Yet one story continues to stand out because it revolves around a missed opportunity involving the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. While speaking on the podcast Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, Jagger looked back on an unexpected piece of advice he once received from John Lennon. The Beatles legend encouraged him to avoid meeting the people he admired most, especially Elvis Presley. Lennon believed that reality could never match the image fans created in their minds, and he warned Jagger that meeting a hero could easily end in disappointment.
Yeah, I remember John telling me, "Yeah, you should never meet your heroes. I would never meet Elvis, Mick, if I were you."
Jagger admitted that he trusted Lennon's judgment without much hesitation. At the time, the advice seemed sensible, especially after hearing Lennon repeat the same story on several occasions. Instead of risking the chance that the real Elvis might fall short of his expectations, Jagger chose to preserve the legendary image he had built over the years.
I took John's advice.
Yeah.
It was really stupid of me, really, but I mean, I would love to have met Elvis. Why I take John's advice?
Looking back now, however, he sees the decision very differently. Jagger confessed that refusing the opportunity was one of his biggest regrets. He believes he should have ignored the warning because meeting Elvis would have been a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Although Lennon had his own reasons for feeling disillusioned, Jagger now wonders if his own encounter with the rock icon might have unfolded in a completely different way.
I'll remember too.
Elvis Presley had already transformed popular music by the late 1950s, becoming one of the most influential entertainers on the planet. Even though his commercial success had slowed by the mid-1970s, his status as a cultural icon remained unmatched until his death in 1977 at just 42 years old. For musicians like Jagger, Elvis represented the foundation on which modern rock was built. Jagger's friendship with Lennon also reflected one of the most talked-about relationships in music history. The Rolling Stones and the Beatles dominated the British music scene throughout the 1960s, fueling years of speculation about an intense rivalry. In a recent interview with The Today Show, Jagger acknowledged that the competition was not entirely fictional. He explained that there was some genuine rivalry between the groups, but media coverage amplified the story because it made for compelling headlines.
According to Jagger, geography also played a role. The Beatles proudly represented Liverpool, while the Rolling Stones became synonymous with London. That regional contrast gave journalists another angle to frame the competition, much like comparing New York and Los Angeles. In the end, Jagger believes the rivalry became just as valuable for newspaper headlines as it was for music fans, creating one of rock's most enduring stories.